higher. And don't forget that what stimulates melanin is the sunlight. Yes, I'm telling you, there's one thing that stimulates melanin very fast and make it darker. That's why you see people living in areas where the sun is really, really hot. They have this tendency to sunburn, to tan. You understand? So that on its own could touch your hands, could touch your knuckles, and make them dark. Then the last but not the least, which I believe most of you might even be surprised, is health issues. Yes, funny enough, some lack of some vitamin deficiency in your body, in your system, could actually cause you dark knuckles. I know a lot of you are going to be surprised. So you'll be so shocked that I'm not bleaching my skin, I'm not rubbing it.
It's Storm K's the Jam Maker.
Welcome back to my channel. Alright, thank you so much for coming. Welcome. And let's dive in straight into the topic. Causes of dark knuckles. Please kindly watch this video to the end. The first and of course most popular causes of dark knuckles is skin bleaching, which is popular. I know a lot of people like, we know. No, relax. There are people that don't bleach their skins, but they still have dark knuckles. So I'm getting for that. Okay, yes, basically skin bleaching is one of the major causes of the dark knuckles. You meet a dark skin tone with a very beautiful melanin skin, and then the person wants to change their color. Like, I'm this person that I always say, I have nothing against you changing your skin, but the only thing is just make sure you're doing it the right way, and don't be in a hurry. That's one very important thing, because a lot of, especially we the melanin skin type, you think it's easy to just dye that, to just turn that melanin skin from 0 to 1000. It's not easy. Don't forget, your skin itself has life. Yes, so you cannot just wake up one day and say, hey, I want to jump from 0 to 1000, and you think, hey, it just goes on just because you go buy some strong bleaching creams, because that's what it is called. There's no other beautiful name for that other than the bleaching. As long as that is not your tone, you're trying to change to another color, a lighter color, maybe your dark skin tone, and you're trying to turn your skin to a lighter skin tone, of course, it's bleaching. Even though, yes, we still try to fine tune it under toning, lightening, whitening, but at the end of the day, the general umbrella that carries all of them is the skin bleaching, which, as I always say on my channel, I have nothing against you trying to change your skin color. I have nothing against you, but one thing I always try to advise, or one thing I always try to tell you to please take note of, is the ingredient or the product you're using for that cause. Do you understand? Make sure they are safe. Make sure they are things that are not going to be detrimental to your health in the long run. Exactly. And then one very important thing again is the fact that the skin has life. So you cannot just wake up from one day to another and expect your skin to jump from 0 to 1000. It's not possible. It has life in it, so it has to move on gradually. And let me tell you something, the melanin skin is not just any kind of skin. Melanin skin is a very thick skin. Actually, we have about close to 6 layers or so. Like, we have a very tough skin. That's the truth. So for a really, really dark person to wake up one day and say that they want to lighten, it can easily be a challenge. It has to be something you have to think through. It has to be a well thought plan to change your skin tone, and make sure you go safe. Do you understand? Make sure you go safe. So of course, number one, first and foremost, and the most popular, is skin bleaching. Okay, number two again is chemicals. Do you know that the detergents we use in the house, the bleach we use in the house, like we here in Nigeria, one of our some of our popular bleach is the jig, is the hypo. You see all those things you use, you're using to wash your bathroom, you're using it to wash your clothes. Those things are chemicals that could also give you dark knuckles without you knowing. Yes, they could give you dark knuckles, so you must not necessarily be the type that you're bleaching your skin. As I said, relax, watch this video properly. Those chemicals, those local chemicals in the house, or let's say those domestic chemicals in the house that we use in doing our laundry or doing our cleaning, could give you dark knuckles. Like myself as a formulator, and I think I have other formulators out there that might be listening to me, we touch a lot of chemical. I have a video where I was talking of equipment needed to start your skincare business, and I emphasized on gloves, because we touch a lot of chemicals. Even though sometimes I'm guilty of not wearing gloves, but I try most of the time though to wear gloves. Now we're dealing with a lot of different chemicals with different purposes, with different pH levels, with different effects. and you put your hands in them, before you know anything, you begin to develop those dark knuckles that are not nice at all. Now another reason of dark knuckles, like still onto chemicals, still kind of also in the line of chemical paint, like let's say painters, maybe you talk of artists, when you talk of all those their paints that they touch, especially when they are artists that use all this silk paint or oil paint to paint, they have the tendency of getting those dark knuckles. So don't look at an artist and say, oh, he has dark knuckles, he's bleaching or she's bleaching. No, sometimes their chemicals could actually mess them up if they don't wear gloves. Then weather. Okay, here in Nigeria, we have extreme weathers, especially in the northern part or the north central part of the country. We have places where the weather is really, really hot. Yes, the weather is really, really hot. Not only is it hot as in hot weather, it's also sunny. So those kind of places could touch your hands and cause you dark knuckles. Reason be that you see all these dark to rich areas, the knuckles they wear, now their melanin content is usually higher. And don't forget that what stimulates melanin is the sunlight. Yes, I'm telling you, there's one thing that stimulates melanin very fast and make it darker. That's why you see people living in areas where the sun is really, really hot. They have this tendency to sunburn, to tan. You understand? So that on its own could touch your hands, could touch your knuckles and make them dark. Then the last but not the least, which I believe most of you might even be surprised, is health issues. Yes, funny enough, some lack of some vitamin deficiency in your body, in your system, could actually cause you dark knuckles. I know a lot of you are going to be surprised. So you'll be so shocked that I'm not bleaching my skin, I'm not rubbing any cream, like for those that of course they just go with normal moisturizers, normal lotions that don't contain any lightening ingredients, and then they not notice dark knuckles. It baffles them, like, what's up, what is going on? Now sometimes, I'm not trying to scare you though, it could be health purposes. You could be losing out on some vitamins like in protein. Yeah, exactly. So it's advisable, if it's really something that's really, really serious, you could actually visit the dermatologist, or you could actually go to a dietitian or a nutritionist. Like, let them know, as long as you know that, as long as you know that you're not rubbing anything or you're not touching any chemical, or as I mentioned earlier, it could also be for health purposes. Yes, for which is somehow rare though, but I'm just telling you, leave your options open. So these are some few causes of dark knuckles. Maybe I should give you a solution as well, maybe just one solution. Of course, exfoliating, and if it's the bleaching oil, please discontinue the use of that product. Very, very important, because the more you use that product, the more the knuckles get uglier. That's the truth. So thank you so much, see you in another video, and bye.